All right, team. How's it going? Hope your night's been good so far. Just wanted to give my trade recap for tonight. Sorry for the late one. It is 1 a.m. New York opened. I was on a call with some of the team that I trade with, and we were just catching up and having a good session about what we're looking forward to and how progress is going so far, and just having a catch up. So that was good. Just wanted to go over the two trades I took today. I wasn't gonna trade New York, but some of the team were up, and I was still at my computer at the time, so yeah, decided to jump in. And plus, we had a really good setup as well. So this was on gold. I normally don't trade gold, um, just because of how it sweeps liquidity left, right, and center, and just doesn't stop at all. It's very volatile pair, and it doesn't move straight to take profit. It kind of just takes its time, and you don't want to be in a trade for long periods of time because it's just there's a chance where it just we're not taking out highs and making higher lows and taking out highs. It's just it's not good so far for your trade. But I wanted to go over why I took this gold trade tonight. So coming into New York, market opened. New York also, always has some form of manipulation. There's a lot of money is being brought into the market, and a lot of people do trade um, New York session. So um, coming into New York session, like 30 minutes before, I marked out some what current structure was kind of looking like to see where we could target. Um, the Which I was bullish just because we were at this order block down here. As you can tell, we broke structure here, and um, yes, we broke structure here. So we were playing off this range. Um, of this range actually. Yeah, this because this wasn't enough of a pullback because like this doesn't count as this range being mitigated. Um, so where were we? We were in a premium by the time um, New York session opened. So I was looking at um, okay, so we got an order block down here. I wanted to see a manipulation. So right, because we had a lot of choppiness. Like market didn't know what to do around this range. We didn't know whether to go up or close below or do anything like that. So I so wanted to keep in mind. Since I'm looking for buys, since we haven't closed above here, closed above, as we hasn't closed below here. Sorry, this candle. Um, I wanted to see some form of displacement, which is what we got from New York session, right? Um, yep. So once we got that form of manipulation, which was these 5 minute kind of see with this is a small consolidation range here. And with that, a lot of liquidity is being built around this area between buyers and sellers that are that are trying to step in. Sellers trying to take control of the zone, while buyers are trying to react from it. Um, so with that in mind, I was waiting for New York Open, and what did we do for New York Open? We came down. Oh, actually, this might be. It's actually 5 minutes late. I wonder what that is. 1 second, guys. 12, New York. Oh, that's actually. So London actually, New York actually opened at right here on the dot. But what did pre-market do? Pre-market actually swept out these lows here. So I'm like, okay, cool. What am I waiting for? I am waiting for a flip. So I want to see displacement going up to continue the trend to take out the next target, which in this case was London highs. But with that in mind, pre-market took out London lows. So when London opened, we actually swept out Asia lows. That's why we had that big push up, breaking structure, and we chopped back down again during London session. And New York pre-market was and New York pre-market actually took out London lows. So I wanted to see whether New York actually came back down, swept out pre-market before continuing the trend, or like the small time frame trend, or this pre-market sweep was enough and we just continue from there, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. So New York opens, which is here. New York opens, and with that pre-market sweep, we also made some form of displacement, right? So what am I looking for? I am looking to see whether the fair value gap holds or not, because at the time we didn't break any form of structure. We kind of just swept these highs. We didn't close above, therefore there was no order block, right? So what am I targeting? Oh no, sorry, not what am I targeting? So what was I looking for? I was looking to see whether this fair value gap hold, which it did. As you can see, we had a big push down. I was thinking that I wasn't going to take a trade at all on gold, just because if we close below this gap, we're obviously going to close below these lows here, or at least take out pre-market lows before and have a displacement up, which I don't know, that would have taken like another hour or two, but I didn't want to be in the markets for that long as I've already been on it for a decent while. But once we closed in this fair value gap, so it's always important to wait for a candle close, because I guarantee you that sellers were definitely trying to, retail traders probably would have took a sell here after seeing that candle was forming, to take out pre-market lows. But what did it do? We had enough liquidity to push back inside this 5-minute fair value gap zone, and which it was already confirmed for me. Like, that was already a good confluence, as we were in a 5-minute, we were still a 5-minute bullish structure. And this was the last protection for kind of this range here, because if we close below, we were definitely going to target these lows down here, these previous session lows. So what did it do? We took out pre-market, we made a displacement up, New York session opened. I wanted to see if this fair value gap held, and I kind of just entered at this candle break here, as this was already a confirmation for me, but I just wanted to make sure that we were still displacing up. So this candle here, I don't know if you guys can see that, but I entered my market execution was at this candle, but my pending, was at this candle, which price broke structure heavily, continuing the trend. And I got out around here because, again, we had this inversion fair value gap, tapped it multiple times, or wasn't able to displace up, breaking these highs. So we're kind of just making equal highs here. So it wasn't able to displace up, which it did now, but just before making this video, it didn't displace at all. And we couldn't close above these highs, making it another breaker structure, taking out, and that would confirm it to take out London highs. And yeah, so I got out around here somewhere at one of these highs, securing some profits, because I am on a funded now. I decided I wanted to hop on a funded. My team, they're currently on funded accounts, and trading live, which has taught me a lot about risk management and what to look for in terms of exiting a trade mid trade if it's not going your way, how to risk management and things like that. Because I had a really bad problem with revenge trading and things of that nature. Um, that's why I was trading live account, but I wanted to get back onto a funded, blown multiple funded accounts. I am truthful on that, and it was all a lot of the time it was due to um, poor risk management, and revenge trading was probably the worst one. So when I would lose, I would just go crazy, full lot size, everything. So it was really bad. But of course, um, um, but yeah, I wanted to give it another go. As slowly controlling my emotions when it comes to trading and when in a trade and what to look out for when executing, and how to put um, how to manage your risk and how to predict whether your trade is gonna run or not, which was um, which was good for me. So yeah, I wanted to get back onto a funded. So uh, two wins for today. We'll see whether we actually end up taking out London highs or not, but we did just break structure, so technically this would be an order block which price can tap back into to continue to take out at least London highs, and that's also a hourly high. So before price could even tap up this fair value gap here before continuing this 1 hour breaker structure. So second trade, this was actually the second trade. The first trade being this was a continuation model. So um, after we were in a bearish structure when before London opened. So these we were kind of in this range here from this high to this low, and I was kind of just waiting to see what we did around these highs, right? Which so we had an order block up here, as this isn't enough of a pullback for me to consider it a high and a low. I mean, technically it is, but in terms of a range, we should be filling in. Um, so I wanted to see if this order block hold. As if price broke above here, I'm gonna go for. I would be looking for buys and targeting Asia highs. So with that in mind, when London session opened, the first thing I was looking for to see whether this fair value gap holds or not, which it tried to do, but sellers ended up taking over. So this was a good POY for me to trade from. I was happy with this, um, just because buyers try to step in here to continue price upwards, but sellers took control. So that makes it a really good strong POI for me. And I entered, and my pending was at this low here, because if we broke these lows, my trade would be validated. Therefore, I actually put my stops above these highs just in case, just because it being so high up in the range, price could easily tap one of these fair value gaps and sweep out these highs again before continue down lower. So my stops were above these highs to be safe. Um, and also, um, with managing my risk, I was waiting to see whether we broke this structure. Because if we break this structure here, because it was the last set of highs, um, because if we wanted to continue on the trend, well, like fractal trend, it would be over here. So what did we do? We broke that structure, and I was just drawing out fair value gaps mid trade to see whether we would hold from them or not, which we did. Lucky in this trade, I was out pretty quick just because we had that strong displacement down. Targeting Asia lows, of course, because Asia lows is a good liquidity void. and could be a price for Magnet to go to, and it could easily reverse off there. That's why I was targeting Asia lows, as I didn't want to be greedy. So this trade was a 1.8 solid trade actually. Wasn't in any drawdown. Price just ripped straight away, straight to take profit, and that was that trade summed up. Again, we were in bearish structure. Uh, these don't really mean much just because we didn't make a significant high or significant low. These are just like a little pause in the market. So that's why I consider this my range. And yeah, that was this trade. So 2 wins for tonight. I'm happy with how my strategy is going and how I've kind of found something that works for me and what I'm looking for, especially on confirmation. I think confirmation was a big thing for me, learning when to enter, because you have good POIs, but price could easily just come out and take you out before continuing the trend or continuing to your take profit. So just waiting and being patient for those confirmations are really important. Um, let's just see if price would have hit take profit. Yeah, still bouncing around. I don't like I do. We might even come out and sweep these lows again before um, continuing up higher. As New York likes to do that, it's really really volatile, especially this pair. Gold really loves to do that. Thinking that okay, since we had a fractal structure here, what does this make this? A bearish order block, right? Because we made a bearish structure, so this become a bearish order block. But technically, we're still in the bullish range, so this order block shouldn't really hold. But sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So it's really up to how you see the market and what makes sense to you. Using concepts as well, fair value gaps, order blocks. You don't need much. The concepts aren't. You don't need much to learn. I think experience is the main thing. Learning when to trade and when not to trade and things of that nature. Um, and yeah, that is that team. Great day today so far. Happy with the results. I'm happy on the way I'm risk managing my trades and what to look out for again. When a trade isn't going my way, what to really look out for. So yeah, hope you guys won tonight. I'm seeing a lot of arms. Yeah, there I go again. But hope you guys won and hope you guys risk managing, um, also taking good trades and sticking to your rules and your biases and what's the market really telling you. Um, and yeah, hope you guys have a good one. I will update you tomorrow if we do hit take profit, even though I got out around here. Um, I will let you guys know. And yeah, you guys have a good one. Good night, good night, good night.